there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the return of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter has been a really busy summer, but as always, it pretty much wraps up for us with the 2022 Future Games, where we saw nearly 700 uncommitted players across the classes 24, 25, a few 26s sprinkled in there. So we got a ton of coverage coming, starting with some top prospects, top hitters from the event.
There's hands down no event better than the Future Games. Hundreds of coaches. What I loved was some big schools dropping three guys. Now you can only bring out three guys, including head coaches from some big conferences, to watch the best uncommitted underclassmen in the country.
And they certainly got their money's worth coming to Lake Point, as they always do. No better place to see uncommitted players in one spot. So let's start with some of the top prospects, the top hitters from that event and what they did. Carter Johnson out of Alabama, left-handed hitter. And it sounds like from day one with the workout, he was an obvious name to follow, and that carried right into gameplay.
Yeah, he was in the first group of workouts, and a lot of times you get that first group of 600 kids. Oh, this kid's got a good swing, but maybe I'm just getting used to what I'm seeing here. No, this guy punched you in the face with that swing. The hands work free, moves through impact. There's going to be power in that barrel. He's about 6'2", 165, 170. Had 2 hits in his first game. It's a heavy barrel. Oh, yeah, he's going to stick at shortstop, too. The ball finds the mitt. It's silky smooth out there. He's got a big arm across. Hopped on the mound, was up over 88 miles an hour. He's just a gamer from the state of Alabama, Carter Johnson.
And if you ever wonder, like, who Shooter might like, just check out his tweets and how much he tweets about a certain guy and kind of add it all up. Brendan Lawson, it seemed like you were tweeting about him every hour, and deservedly so. The guy was putting a good stroke on the ball from the left side, and he hails from Canada.
Yeah, and especially those Canadian guys, well, they may not be seeing the premium arms quite as much. So for a guy like Brendan Lawson to go in there and just absolutely destroy pitching says a lot about his upside, because the more at bats he gets, he's only going to get better. He's about 6'3", 185. It's a physical frame, played a lot of shortstop throughout the week, probably a third baseman in the future, but he's a pro prospect already. Big power. I think 5 of the balls he hit were hard hit. Would have had a hit, but hit one off the pitcher. It almost went through him. But in the end, it just looks so right. It starts with Yastrzemski hands up high, loads back easy, stays behind the baseball, can drive it to all fields. I'm telling you, Rody, this is a draft prospect at this point.
And did you just make a Mike Yastrzemski or Carl Yastrzemski reference there?
That's a Carl Yastrzemski. That's a way back. That's
nice. I'm surprised that you know who anyone is outside of the 2000s. So, but looking at Team Indiana, they always bring top arms, but they also plenty of top prospects from the hitting side out of the Hoosier State. And Jace Lee is a guy that certainly caught some eyes as soon as he walks in the ballpark with that frame.
Yeah, square shoulders. He's really, really athletic up there. And earlier in the summer, I'd seen some video coming out from Indianapolis saying, who is this guy? I called Phil Wade. Who is this dude? And they said, we just need to see in game a little bit more. Well, he produced in games all summer. He comes to the Future Games, puts on a show on BP from the right side, works short to long. There's going to be immense power there. And he can obviously really play the outfield. It's big arm strength. He's going to be a really good one for some school that finally pulls the trigger on.
Certainly so. And sticking with the Midwest, that's where the Future Games really got its start, obviously with Illinois starting PBR and then growing from there. Let's go to Kansas, and you got Eli Lovich on here.
Yeah, Eli Lovich, about 6'3", 165, 170. It's tall, it's long-limbed, it's super athletic, but the sweet swing that he takes from the left side is what stands out. He's able to slow the game in the box. Had a really good weekend. I think this was really his coming out party. Comes from a good lineage. His brother this year was drafted as a senior. He really blew up Jackson Lovich this year in Kansas. So you know that he's got high upside. And after coming to the Future Games, I think a lot of schools are going to be very, very intrigued and interested in him coming to their program.
Indeed. Now heading down to the Lone Star State of Texas, they really balled out this year. Probably one of the better collection of players, better teams that we saw at the event. So looking forward to talking more about Texas players. But Cody Cashin really balled out this week.
Yeah, Cash had a great week early. Love the way he performed defensively. The BP stuff from a Texas squad that was uber talented. Does great in the first 2 games. We have one minor rain delay, the only one of the entire event. And he comes back and in his last at bat, he goes Oppo Taco. He's going to be a really good get, especially for a school that needs a catcher in that 24 class. I'd expect him to go to a big time program.
Certainly. So the commitments are already starting to roll in, and we'll keep everyone
Mhm.
updated as they continue to do so, as these guys pick their schools. In the next couple weeks, couple months, year, however long it
Exciting.
takes. It's certainly a process. And we got lots more coming on the future games. We're going to talk about top pitchers out of the 24s, 25s, so much more. So stay tuned to prepbaseballreport.com. But as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs. And until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.